Hey fam! It's been a while since I spoke to most of you. And if you've been wondering where I've been, well, I have been on a journey. A journey that has been both challenging and enlightening. So I'm going to get to my ask, but I'm going to spend a few minutes basically just catching you up on my journey. Most of you know that I am a unique individual. What you may not know is that I've lived with autism and ADHD my whole life. Although, quite frankly, when most people find out, they're not exactly surprised. What that actually means is that my daily sensory experience is basically like solving a Rubik's Cube while on a roller coaster with loop-de-loops. That means I change clothes at least 3 times a day because guess what? My clothes hurt. And mornings, well, a 2-hour routine just to feel okay. Although that is for related but different reasons, and more on that later. Anyway, a couple years ago, I disappeared when my world pretty much shrank to a single room due to daily migraines. Pretty much had to spend by the end of each day, I had like the curtains closed and sometimes like taped shut around the edges. I was so sensitive to light. And life, well, it didn't really give a crap. It threw curveballs, family emergencies, health crises, you name it. Just over a year ago, I put a lot of my life on hold to support my sister and husband through some pretty intense mental health battles. And frankly, I really don't regret it for a minute. But in the end, the cost of those battles included my sister Inga's life and my husband Eric's capacity to be in a relationship after 10 years. So when the dust settled and I emerged blinking from the haze of grief at the beginning of the year, end of January, I had no choice but to face my own health. And it turned out that I wasn't just dealing with autism and ADHD. I developed multiple autoimmune conditions. And let me tell you, they were not knocking lightly. They kicked the door down, in fact. And honestly, if I didn't have my brother Kai and Dalton here supporting me pretty much every day, I'm not sure if I'd be here today. And that's the honest truth. Anyway, it didn't take long to realize last year that the house that we were living in was neither accessible nor safe after all of this started to go down. In fact, this year, as all of this started to come up. And so we moved to a safer place, but doing so put a huge dent in our savings. And the rest pretty much has gone to supporting me as I pursue remission. I've crafted a treatment plan, and the good news is that it's working! Yay! Which is great, considering I'm still waiting for a referral to a specialist for a lot of things anyway. But anyway, the treatment plan is also super expensive. Now, here's where you come in. So before Inga and Eric got sick, we were all set to adopt a specialized service dog to help me navigate life's complexities with my disability. This isn't just a pet. This is a lifeline. A fully trained service dog can help me recognize my pain flares, can fetch my meds, can provide deep pressure therapy to head off a sensory meltdown. Basically a whole bunch of different things that are specifically targeted to my needs. Also, fuzzy friend. Anyway, I've read the books, I've researched the training, I've educated myself in every way possible. We have the home, the yard, and a safe place to train this future lifesaver. So why not a shelter dog, you ask? Well, most dogs don't have the temperament to be service dogs. We are on a list. We've been on the list for a few years now, actually, for a golden doodle from an ethical breeder who specializes in therapy dog temperaments. And a lot of people think this is like a therapy dog who's like calm and goes places, but this is a service dog. This is basically like a level above that. Anyway, so October 3rd is temperament testing day for the litter that we're on the list for, and we need to raise $3,000 to bring our furry friend home by October 8th, or on October 8th specifically. Here's the breakdown. So the dog itself costs $4,500. I have $2,500 left in my savings. So I need $2,000 more just to bring the dog home. But there are other costs involved, like a spay or neuter, supplies, and the training itself, which come to a few $100s at least for the first year or two. So I'm hoping to raise an extra $1,000 to put towards those extra costs and basically just give me a head start. Now, look, I know times are tough for everybody. So, no shame, no stress if this is not something that you are in a place to contribute to right now. But if you can help, even a little, it would really, really mean the world to me. Anyway, thanks for listening. This journey has been a roller coaster, but I'm really, really excited for this new chapter with a soft, fuzzy teammate.